EW has dropped some Skeleton Crew details. Skeleton Crew, the upcoming Disney Plus Star Wars series, is set to make space pirates as a central theme, according to new details revealed by Entertainment Weekly in the fall TV preview issue / website article, which stars Jude Law and will explore the chaotic period after the fall of the Empire and before the rise of the First Order, a time ripe for pirate activity in the galaxy. Writer Christopher Ford, who co-created the series with John Watts, emphasized the importance of space pirates in the story. He noted that while pirates have been a recurring element in the Star Wars universe, Skeleton Crew will place them front and center. He said, quote, people would call Han Solo a pirate, and he'd be like, how dare you? Ford said, adding that executive producers Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau were particularly excited to explore this aspect of the galaxy. Among the pirates featured in the series are Gunter, played by Jaleel White, a.k.a. Urkel, for those of us from the 80s and 90s, and Vane, who was a character that we first met in The Mandalorian Season 3, portrayed by Marty Matulis. The first episode of Skeleton Crew will premiere on Disney Plus on December 3rd. Nick, I got to give you your flowers, man. What did you say about Vane? What did you say about him?
I said during Mandalorian Season 3, when that chase happened and Salad the Hutt, crashed and burned or disappeared or whatever he did.
Yep.
He took off, peeled out, and I said, he's going to show up in Skeleton Crew. He's going to be part of the, what's scary to kids? Pirates. Like I said, it's the theme of the night. I just said that's where that character is going to show up again. And I don't get things right very often when I make predictions for Star Wars, but I nailed that one. So I'm taking that victory lap.
Yeah, and speaking of Pirate Day and pirates in this particular episode, today, according to Production Weekly, this sort of leaked across the internet. Production Weekly has been kind of an interesting thing to watch as a fan of any series that, somebody, especially like Star Wars, that keeps things so close to the vest. Production Weekly dropped or leaked. Well, it's not even leaked. It's what they do is they cover all it's not a magazine. It's not writing articles. Right. They just simply list
a trade.
Right. It's a trade publication that lists productions that are happening. And there is a production called Star Wars Pirates, which arrived or just appeared on the listing today. Nick, you had a theory on it that I like. What were you thinking?
Well, we had seen several months ago, there was a Lucasfilm Animation employment post for, I believe, a producer of some sort to produce a new animated series. So I was stepping out on a little bit of a limb and saying, based on what's going to happen in Skeleton Crew, based on a new direction where they might be taking part of the Star Wars universe, I could see this new Star Wars Pirates being an animated series.
Yep.
And targeting the kind of same age range and audience that Rebels was pointed at. It was, Bad Batch and Clone Wars maybe was aimed at a little bit older audience. I feel like Rebels was kind of right there in the middle. Of course, I love it. I talk about it all the time. So I think that's going to be what that is. And speaking of pirates, great reminder, who else involved pirates? A good friend, Greg Owinski, and Young Jedi Adventures featured pirates recently. So lots of pirates going on. And also, and I just noticed this because I had the Production Weekly, that page up. Right next to where it says Star Wars Pirates, it also says Star Wars New Jedi Order.
Ooh, okay.
On the line immediately next to it.
So that's the Rey movie, right?
That potentially is the Rey movie, which would make sense because that is seemingly close to some form of production.
Interesting. But I do find it really interesting too that Star Wars is leaning into the pirates thing. I think bounty hunters are cool. And I think at the end of the day, that's kind of what Star Wars needs to do, is sort of lean back into the things that people fell in love with. And it was pirates and it was the bounty hunters. And that you do have the Empire and the Jedi and all that exciting and interesting stuff. But pirates is really an interesting place to play. So
to borrow a phrase from the Swifties, Star Wars is in their pirates era. Or coming into its pirates era.
I feel like we are coming into.
As long as we're not going to wear those 70s pirates painter caps that the Pittsburgh Pirates wore.
Oh my God, no! It would be our pirate aura. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I am sorry. All right, let's get to the next news story before somebody gets hurt. Hold on.